Madam Deputy Speaker, not only does this budget signal the return of Conservative cuts, it also confirms that the Chancellor continues to snub the excluded. In time, when people reflect back on this period, it will be a damning indictment of this Tory government that they were prepared to coolly ignore 3 million of their own citizens during a pandemic. Talk such utter rubbish. Well, Prime Minister, there we are. Try telling that to the 3 million people that have had no financial support, Prime Minister, from your government over the course of the last year. You should be utterly ashamed at the degradation of responsibility from a government that's supposed to provide leadership to all its people. So much, Madam Deputy Speaker, for putting your arms around all of the people of the United Kingdom. 3 million people ignored, abandoned by a Prime Minister and a Chancellor that couldn't care less. All nonsense. But you should listen to those that haven't had financial support. On the BBC on Sunday, the Chancellor said his government had reacted, and I quote, generously and comprehensively. Well, Chancellor, tell that to the 3 million freelancers and self-employed that have been left behind without a penny, not a penny, Prime Minister, of support. A quick search of Hansard shows that the 3 million excluded have been raised in this House around 1,000 times since last March. Their plight has been ignored by ministers on 1,000 occasions in this House, and it's a disgrace that the Chancellor has chosen to ignore them today. Now, I do acknowledge and welcome that the newly self-employed are now finally being covered under the scheme. But there remains a whole community of people who remain ignored and forgotten by this Chancellor. Yes, there are 600,000 that are now to be included. But what about the other 2.4 million? Discarded, written off, ignored by the Chancellor and his Prime Minister.